obviously you ended the show a while ago at this point. In the time since you've ended the show, what is the story you most wish you were able to do a transplant twist on?
I would say that when I don't know the answer to that question, but when I conceived of transplant, it was 2016, 2017, which was right around the time of the first Muslim ban in the US. And in the context of that, I began thinking about it. And I would say that in the last year and a half, it feels like a bit of a Groundhog Day situation. And so I've been thinking about it again and about the sort of timeliness of what we were doing. But also, almost as a flip side answer to that question, it's not a medical answer to your question, but I've been, in touch with many of my Syrian friends who I came to know while making the show, who have gone home, who've been able to go home in the aftermath of what's happened in that country, not to move back permanently, but to get to visit it again. And when we were making Transplant, they didn't think that was something that would ever happen. They thought that it was never going to be a country that they could visit again, and they have been, and that's pretty interesting. So the world keeps changing and also stays the same.
Yeah. Well, I don't know how much you actively seek out reactions to the show online, but I'm curious for you what you've seen difference wise in how the Canadian audience might have reacted to the series as a whole, and also the American audience, especially as we're watching the final season and having to grieve Mags now.
I don't go and spend a ton of time, looking through the people's comments on Twitter, but I do a little bit, like all of us do a little bit. I found that this might just be sort of random sample sizing, but I did find that the American audience was less, was more the Canadians were upset. I found that I don't think that I think they appreciated it and it took them a little bit longer to come around to it. But in my sort of random sampling of audience response after it aired on NBC, I found that the Americans on Twitter were more, oh, interesting, and they were a little less angry with me.